The fire is estimated at under 1,100 acres. There is no immediate threat to buildings or persons at this time. The closest we have on record is a quarter mile from structures, where there are crews working on property protection. So there are crews engaged in the areas where there may be threatened structures this afternoon, and they are working to prevent that. This fire has progressed past the Great Barrington town limits and into the town of Sheffield, and we are working a unified command with Great Barrington, Sheffield, local, state, and federal agencies at this time. Again, there are resources on the ground purposely protecting structures. Due to the colder weather today, we are expecting the smoke to lay low. We ask the people of Great Barrington, Sheffield not to fear the smoke. We are monitoring the fire progress, but because of weather conditions, the smoke isn't dissipating like it did yesterday. So we are seeing a more smoky environment than we did yesterday. This is now also moving into the Beartown State Forest, which is part of this range. That's pretty much all the information except for one public service announcement I'd like to include. Donations are being accepted at the Claire Teague Senior Center, 917 Main Street. We are asking that any donations that to support our effort are packaged foods or fruit. No prepared foods, please. And that can be dropped off in between the hours of 8:30 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. Crews are still working diligently throughout the day. We're really hoping for the weather tonight to change in our favor. That's our prepared statement for this morning. I will invite a few questions.
Brian, do you expect any evacuations?
At this time, we do not expect evacuations. We are working on a very aggressive social media campaign that we will be launching immediately following this that will have that information. Great Barrington and Sheffield both use the Code Red notification network. And right here, Brian is the Code Red manager. So if evacuations are needed, people will be given plenty of time. But right now, like I did say, we have resources on the ground protecting those structures.
So 1,100 acres?
Estimated right now, approximately 1,100.
So, okay, wow.
Yeah.
How many firefighters do you currently have?
Currently, we have approximately 80 ground assets on the ground, plus command staff that could drive us up over 100 at this time.
Are there any health risks associated with inhaling this smoke?
There are always health risks involved in inhaling smoke. This smoke is not considered to be what we would normally consider toxic. It's natural wood and things like that. But if you do have a respiratory ailment, we do encourage you to either close your windows, shelter inside, shelter in place, or move to a non-smoky environment.
I recall yesterday you said that if temperatures are colder, it will help keep the water from evaporating and then keep the leaves wet so that they don't burn.
That's correct.
Is that the case for today?
That's what we're hoping. We're waiting for the weather update to find out what the ground humidity is, and that will not only gauge what the smoke does, but how the fire is progressing.
And are we able to visit the neighborhood where some of this firefight is happening?
I can't deny you access to the neighborhoods. I don't have a list of all the neighborhoods, but we do encourage the media as well as the public. We love your assistance. We love the ability to get the message out, but we do encourage you not to try to assist in firefighting activities as well as sorry about that. Join the firefighters on the line.
Did you say a quarter mile close to some structures?
We'll take you first.
Quarter mile.
I'll get right to you.
How close we said they were getting? Close to a quarter mile?
We're estimating within a quarter mile of some structures.
Should residents get prepared to be evacuated?
At this time, I don't think that is warranted. However, if they choose to be prepared for an evacuation, that's not a bad idea.
Are you still doing aerial attacks?
To my knowledge, the Massachusetts Army National Guard is engaged in aerial firefighting with water drops, mostly on the southern flank at this time. But I cannot confirm that. We will have a complete rundown at our 2:30 briefing. You didn't have a question, and I'm going to let you be the last one if you have one.
How is the water source, and are you using the snowmaking pond over at Butternut?
Right now, that seems to be holding up fine, but we are looking at potential alternate water sources should we need to. Thank you all for joining us this morning. We'll be back here at 2:30 with a much larger brief, kind of a roundup on the day, and we will have a much larger presence at that briefing. Thank you again.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.